Ogola Dan is saying, since I started following you, I've experienced a lot of improvements. Weight loss from 79 to 69. Congratulations, gentlemen. I started fasting as a weight loss journey, only to realize I healed. I healed what? I healed my over 10 years ulcers. Imagine that. Now, about ulcers, thank you so much, Dan Ogola, for that. The reality is this. Most people who have ulcers, one, they own the disease. They say, my ulcers. My ulcers. Ulcers yangu haitakangi chakula. Ulcers yangu haitaki pilipili. Ulcers yangu, ulcers, blah, blah, blah. That's what you say all the time. So you own the disease. So even the ability of you fighting the disease is zero. That is one. Number two, when you have ulcers, the system has told you that if you fast, you will end up dying. You will end up suffering because ulcers need food. So you keep on eating. But you've forgotten simple logic, common sense, that anytime you eat, you need to digest that food. So there's that peristaltic movement of food. The muscles of the intestine is moving to just mix the food. That is going to open up the wound even more. Number two, anytime you concentrate the stomach acid, you're actually healing the stomach wall. So, people who have ulcers, it's time for you to start fasting. People who have H. pylori, it's time for you to start fasting. If you think fasting will kill you, ask yourself, you've been eating all these small portions of meals every other time. Have you gotten better? You know, this is the question that I ask even people who have been diagnosed with diabetes and are on drugs for diabetes. I ask them, I am telling you to eat fatty meats. And you're telling me, no, fatty meats will cause me cholesterol and all that. But you came in without eating fatty meats and your cholesterol levels are in the roof. So I ask you, how did you end up getting this high cholesterol in the system? How did you end up getting ulcers? And how do you still maintain the ulcers when you're not eating chili pepper, the cayenne peppers, you're not eating fatty meats, you're not fasting? How did you end up having these conditions? And now you start hearing them, the crickets. Because the system has just lied to them that if you have ulcers, you need to take meals every other time. So the system wants you to maintain yourself in that state so that they can give you the kit, they can give you the omeprazole, the PPIs, and the antacids. And nowadays, it's just one antacid after the other. In fact, the liquid antacids, you know them, right? You can mention them in the comment section. The liquid antacids. It is always a new brand and a new drug after another. Nowadays is double action. Tomorrow is triple action. The other day is a strong this. The other day is plus an anti-constipating agent, the simethicone. So it's always the same thing being packaged and it's just garbage. And you people have these things in your cars. You have them in your homes. Your kitchen has a whole 1 liter of an antacid suspension. And you know that antacid that is drawn on some fire? You see how these people are? They are very clean. So there's that one that has fire. I don't know if you guys know it. It starts with an R. Has fire. So what is the message that is being passed? That this fire is what is actually happening in your stomach. So this antacid is coming in to turn off or to, to just melt the fire. Going to turn off the fire. So this antacid that we are bringing to you, because we love you, because we want you to continue eating the wheat, we want you to continue using our seed oil. This is now an antacid that is going to turn off the fire inside your stomach. Now you start thinking, oh, my stomach is actually heating, it's actually on fire. And now they tell you that is hyperacidity. And now you start relating hyperacidity with the fire. You're like, oh, okay, so now that I have the acid in the stomach, that is the reason why I'm burning. And now they call that symptom a heartburn. Which heart is burning? There's no heart that is burning in ulcers or the reflux. There's no heart that is burning. So they call that symptom a heartburn. Why? Because they want you to know you're actually burning, so you need to cool down the fire. Instead of them telling you to just fast, to concentrate the stomach acid, and when you concentrate the stomach acid, this sphincter closes and nothing comes back. So you will not have nausea, you will not have the reflux. So instead of them telling you that because fasting is free, they don't make profits from it. And they brainwash you so deeply through your doctor. I am a gastro. I have studied the gut all my life for 30 years. How can I not know this? But he's still the same person who is giving you every antacid after another, a PPI after another. You just move from esomeprazole to pantoprazole. And now there is pantoprazole for babies. Pantoprazole DT. It is a dispersible tablet for children. So imagine your children are going to take these antacids. From the time that child takes this antacid, they cannot digest protein because You must have a strong acid environment in the stomach, a strong acid in the stomach for you to digest protein. You must have a strong acid to liberate iron. So these children will come back with anemia later on. So they're actually trying to create a problem, and then they will come with a solution. They'll give you another one, another long box, a white one with blood droplets. For also starts with R. Look at it. We have the R for the antacid, then we have the R for the blood booster. And you guzzle these things, but your anemia is not going anywhere. But these things are expensive. They are very expensive. Okay? Zolisa Mateja, I have reached my goal weight of 62 kgs after 2 months of casting out sugar, wheat, and seed oils from my diet. I started with Tumad, and now I'm on OMAD. I just need to add exercise now so I can maintain it. Look at that. Yes, Lavish, that is the one that I'm talking about. That hematinic agent. This guy, this is 2 months only. Now, these are people who we have not interacted. We have not met in person. We have never interacted. But this is a person who just 2 months of dropping their inflammatory foods, his weight is down. And I know some of you, when you drop those 3 foods and your weight just goes down drastically, again, that guy called the devil starts talking through your ears. The voice of people, the voice of craziness. Oh, men cannot eat bones. Men like flesh. Oh, thick thighs save lives. Why did you lose the nyash? Oh, blah, blah, blah. And then your gym instructor tells you, you have to eat. You heard of that lady who talked here the other day? That now she has to eat all this whey protein and go and squat to get a nyash. Listen, if you did not have a nyash, you don't have it. You don't have it. Some of you look even better without the nyash. So you've just accumulated fat and you're walking around with a lot of fat and you're thinking that's the best way to live. Look at your online influencers with that fake nyash and they're telling you they went to the gym to squat. Lies. Somebody has a waist this size, walks like and looks like an ant, a safari ant, with a whole big nyash and a very tiny waist, and you're believing them. These are people who go to India, they do their thing, they come back and they tell you, oh, this is how I look, these are genes. Well, no genes in that. If you did not have a nyash, it's not your portion. Just let it be. Fix the brain. At least have a strong brain and a strong mindset. Fix the identity. Okay? You are concentrating on nyash and realize this. No man wants the nyash. It's aesthetic. It's okay for your aesthetic value. But beyond the nyash, and any man who's focusing on the nyash, basically, the kyongs, zero. Because look at it this way. The same man who wants the nyash has a woman who doesn't have a nyash. Just the same way ladies will tell you, oh, I want a tall, dark, and handsome man with cubes. And then the one she has, hey, short, round, and short, round, broke, and all those. Exactly the opposite. And that's why, men, you should never ask a lady on a date, what do you look for in a man? Because one, you're stupid. Why are you asking a lady on a date what she wants in a man? Yet you're the man. She's given you a chance on a date. So why are you asking her again? She'll tell you what you're not. And then the anger inside you will now erupt. Okay, because you've borrowed money to actually take her on a date. And now you're asking her what she wants in a man. She's telling you what you're not. Because she's telling you she wants a financially stable man. And you just borrowed 1,000 shillings to take her for coffee. Now you're like, hey. You're wondering, what is wrong with this one? And now you become so evil because you just want her in bed so that you can actually finish the mission and run. You're telling us about the nyash and the woman that you're having. Zero nyash. So what is with the nyash? Nyash. These fake standards, please. So you're telling her what you're asking her what she wants in a man, and yet you're the man. Are you not confident in yourself? That is one. Question 2, you ask a lady, what do you do for a living? I mean, the 50-50 guys. Yeah? Marriage is 50-50. She has to support me. Support you. Find your identity before even thinking about a relationship. And what do you do for a living? Why are you asking a lady what she does for a living? You want her to provide? What? Antacids were permanent on my grocery list due to the very bad acid reflux. I haven't used one in the past 2 months. You are truly restoring our health and saving our lives, Daktari. We appreciate you. Amazing. Amazing stuff there. We will fix you here. We don't care. We will fix each one of you. And we are doing it. Have you seen the rate at which our YouTube is growing? Have you seen that? So it's not even
Hello.
Hey, hello, Gatimi, how are you?
Very fine, Doc.
Yes.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. Now, nice to hear from you. Welcome on board. How are you?
And the whole team.
Karibu sana.
I'm very well, thank you. Yeah, I'm very happy. I've managed to do fasting.
Wow.
And one of the things I have noticed is I was actually slowly turning into a man. I was growing a beard on one side of my chin.
Yes.
And we were comforting ourselves that this runs in the family. But I've looked at myself and there's no hair. I'm like, oh my God, the estrogen has been fixed.
The beard is ours. It runs in our family.
The beard is yours. I was walking around with a tweezer every so often to pull that. There was one strand, very stubborn.
Yeah.
And it's not there anymore. I'm getting compliments. My face is not chubby anymore. I'm glowing.
Your energy.
I've given out all the rice from the house. I have given it out.
We can't even fail to notice your energy. The energy is just on the roof. We can't miss out on that.
Yes, I am just so excited. I'm happy. By following what you're saying, it has saved me a lot of money.
Yeah.
I don't buy oil. I just go to the butcher. He gives me he's so happy to give me the beef or lamb, whatever, fat.
Yeah.
And I make my own tallow.
Amazing. Now,
yes.
Have you seen?
I don't do bread. That's another few pounds off my shopping list.
Amazing.
And like today, I was okay. I survived the whole day. I could not even remember that I hadn't eaten.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only drank my cabbage, coconut,
smoothie.
What do you call it? The juice or smoothie.
Yeah.
And what I did, I retained the flesh from the coconut. I didn't discard it. So it's so filling.
Perfect.
And I'm like, amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, the other thing is the discipline. I went out for a birthday lunch yesterday. And I just did my beef and salad and left everything else, the cookies, the cakes, the wheat stuff.
You can't make this stuff
and
up.
I am just amazing.
You can't make this stuff up.
Yes, hey. I am so happy.
Congratulations, Gatimi. Thank you so much.
I know. I haven't weighed myself, but my clothes can tell me
that is the point.
I have lost some.
That is the point.
Inches.
Weight is not lost by climbing on a weighing scale. Weight is lost when you fix the kitchen and your clothes start talking to you.
Yeah, I tell you what, before I met you, I had started fixing my kitchen by buying titanium sufurias.
Yes.
And now, combined with the cooking, it's amazing. The only sad thing is the amount of medication that we give the people we serve here. All those things you're mentioning there, it is so sad.
Yeah.
Like literally killing them. And if you do not dispense, it's actually a crime.
Yeah.
So you wonder, why are governments working so hard to finish people? But for me, the client I'm serving at the moment, she's enjoying the benefits. I do my bone broth and I normally put in her food because she's on level 2 feeding.
Yeah.
And she has transformed. Her family is happy. They don't know the magic I'm doing. So I'm extending the same goodness and the same gospel. And I'm glad to be in this family.
Thank you so much. Now look at that. Look at how
Thank you so much.
Look at how much energy that is coming from you and you're spreading it to other people. That's the point. The point is we are not here to be mean with information.
Yes.
We are here to make sure that we inspire you and then you inspire people around you. So that's amazing.
Exactly.
Wow.
Amazing. When I met her, she was confused. She couldn't even recognize anyone, but I started doing the salt thing.
Yeah.
Her first glass of water in the morning. And now I can hold a conversation with an 89-year-old. She can be able to remember her family. And I am so delighted.
Wow.
Yes. I've seen that great transformation.
Man, I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you too for preaching this gospel.
Wow.
That was the only gap I didn't have of bridging.
Yeah.
So that I can be able to do my fasting and thank you so much that I stumbled on your health whatever chat.
You're welcome. Hey.
Keep soaring high. Thank you, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Now listen, this is the energy that we're talking about. Simply be inspired, do your part. When they see you winning, the only thing they can do is to join your camp. And guess what? You change their lives without forcing them. Sometimes I walk into the gym. I am not a gym trainer. So do not rely on me on any gym lessons and all that. No. I rely on people who understand the gym also. I consult. But sometimes I walk into the gym, and because I go into the gym, we normally train 2 or 3 people. So anytime we go into the gym, the energy is actually sensed. Why? Because one, we go to the gym with a program. 1 hour, we are out. And we've done so much in that gym that people start asking, how is this guy squatting with 120 kgs? And I realized the squatting rack is always full of dust because nobody wants to squat in the gym. We want the biceps, we want the chest. Nobody wants to work on the core. Nobody wants to work on the legs. So I get so intrigued with some few things when I see people getting to align on what we are doing. You see now people want to join you in the training, but of course it is difficult to join somebody who has a schedule because you just give up, and that is one. 2, you will not maintain the consistency. And number 3, we have very minimal time. So it's either you join our time or you just go and do your own things. You can actually be inspired and just do that. So when you see somebody inspiring other people like this, it is just a blessing to us as the Health and Wellness Sport family. All of you are this family. Okay? So that's what we want. We don't want you to just get the information and then sit back. That is being mean. That's being of the nature of evil. Once you practice it and it works for you, spread it. Change people, because our essence is not to have 100,000 subscribers and go and take that silver button and start bragging with it here. No. Our essence is to make sure that we have a healthy nation. We ease the burden on healthcare. Right now, I told you, in hospitals, there are people sharing beds. Imagine your father and somebody else's father sharing a bed in a hospital. Somebody is nursing diabetic souls. They are crazy. And then now another person comes in and they have to share that bed because there are no beds in hospitals. So whatever I'm doing, when I see my video being pulled down, I really get so scared of the future. If at all we have the future. Because you're pulling down a video that will not destroy me. It will destroy the masses. And of course, you want the masses because you want the money. You want to exploit them so badly. But one day they will wake up from their darkness. And of course, you will suffer. You will suffer. So imagine, I have even seen a live on TikTok, ladies with beards holding a live to console each other. It's the same way men with bald heads holding a live for bald-headed men. And we are there trying to console each other. Oh, we are men for bald head and all that. And we are trying to seek external validation. That is a crazy idea. You know very well it is not right. That's why you're putting out that live, so that you can actually seek attention. So a lady with beards and calling in other ladies with beards so that they can have a conversation about their beards. I'm like, what are you doing? Go fix the kitchen. It's that simple. And on that note, the utensils things, ladies and gentlemen, try as much as possible to have the least number of plastics in your house. The least. Maybe water. The least plastics in your household. Use ceramic. Use glass. Use stainless steel. Si ushamba. Please avoid plastics, because the number of plastics that we are taking in, and specifically the soft plastics. You can also use granite as your sufurias. So go change that. Start by small things. Don't just wait until I'll change these things once. Don't wait to get sick for you to change these things. Start slow. Start just by bringing in utensils that are ceramic, utensils that are stainless steel, and just grow slow into it. As you change the kitchen, as you drop the wheat, as you drop the seed oil, go to the butcher and come and make tallow someday. Okay? I have a Telegram channel. Post it there. At least you motivate somebody, and at least you feel good because they'll correct you. They'll tell you, oh, you used the wrong utensils. And I know most of you are just waiting for that one occasion. All of you are working with a camera, just waiting for one day to meet Dr. Lewis in a hotel he has asked for chapati and this tea, and he's putting sugar in. You're busy taking a video to come and post on my platforms. Is this the doctor? Let me tell you something interesting. When I was breaking my 72-hour fast, I managed to go to a hotel in Karen. Very good hotel. For those of you who know that hotel, because I was allowed to share that story, that hotel is called Karen Blixen. So if you've been to Karen, it's a very good hotel and good in terms of the food industry. Okay? So I went there, got there. I had one of my colleagues, and we went in, and we are breaking a 72-hour fast. Understand that. So we come in, we sit down, we order some soup, we order some foods that are actually totally organic, and the waitress there, she was like, "Hi, why are you ordering this?" So she goes and comes back and tells us, "Oh, those foods are not available here." We're like, "Oh, okay. If they're not available, we'll come back another day." She's like, "Oh, no. Allow me to talk to my manager and let's see if we can actually make those foods for you." I'm like, we don't have time. So what you do if you don't have these foods? And basically, I was just ordering meat. So we wanted boiled meat or some stuff like that. Okay, some few sweet potatoes, just some chips of sweet potatoes there. Nothing. And I'm thinking this is a high-end hotel, has nothing. And then she went and talked to the manager and all this. Of course, they made it, and then we were served. So I'm there trying to take these to enjoy the meal. And guess what? Another lady walks in. She comes in, says, "Hello guys, how are you? We are good. Are you enjoying the meals?" I'm like, "Yeah, we are. Given that we are breaking a fast, the food tastes so good." She's like, "Okay, and what are you eating?" I explained, "This is this, and blah, 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 and all that." And she was like, "Oh, okay." And then she's like, "I know you, Dr. Lewis." I know you, Dr. Lewis. I am actually somebody who is involved with public relations here. So I saw you when you were coming in, and I was so excited. But I was holding back to just know what you will order. Listen to that. What you will order. A friend of mine here led me to your channel. I subscribed, and I was literally following everything that you say. And now when you walked in, I was just hoping that you can be that real one. I am not disappointed. So now I have the confidence that I can share your channel to other people. Do you know what that made me think? I was like, this life is not mine anymore. This life is not mine anymore. So I asked her, what would you have done if you found me eating maybe something that you don't advocate for, that I don't advocate for? She says, it's not a new thing. I mean, I've seen your religious leaders coming here and drink alcohol and they get so drunk and they leave. And I'm like, is that a religious person? Is that? So I was hoping that you can actually order something that will actually make me trust what you preach. End of the story. Or they call it the punchline. From within me, I was just thinking, where? Where? And the way I struggled with that waitress telling her, please go back and bring this. Oh no, we don't want this. Please bring this. She was almost getting upset with me because, why do you have so much orders? Hey, so I'm actually living in a bubble. One day you're just waiting to pop that bubble and take me videos and post on my platforms. Is this the doctor that keeps on telling you to avoid wheat? Is this him? Yeah? Yeah? Another occasion, I went somewhere where they were making this wanachonga miwa. So they were peeling this sugarcane for clients. I will not mention that place because I know most of you know that place. So I was standing there with a hood and trying to talk to these guys how the behavior of people who come and take the sugarcane juice there. Okay? I'm there trying to interact with this guy and just see how people are taking this, because I realize sugarcane juice just sells every time. These guys come with a lot of cuts of sugarcane and in the next 2 hours it's gone. So I'm talking to this guy and I'm asking him questions and he's answering and I'm just enjoying the conversation. And immediately I pull out the hood, because there's a guy who came with a motorbike, on top of a motorbike. He came to buy sugarcane. So immediately I pull down the hood, I want to leave. This guy who is alighting from a motorbike tells me, yeah, Dr. Lewis, wacha tu hata niende. Wacha tu hata niende. I'm not buying sugarcane. Why are you here? And he's looking at my hands, looking at my bag, thinking that maybe I've bought sugarcane and it's in my bag. So I was like, hey, am I even safe? Kekeli, you choose what you want to eat in a hotel. I told you, if you go to a hotel and you want to eat meals, If you go and eat meals that are on a menu, that's your problem. You dictate what you want. Boiled meat is in hotels. They have it. They even have bone soup that is just boiled legs, the cattle legs is there. Okay, so don't demonize hotels. Don't demonize them. They have the foods that are for the masses, but they have foods for you. The only problem is you go there and you order those foods, and because they tell you these foods are not here, you still sit down and order food from that hotel. You order what is in the menu. People who look at the menu most of the times are just broke. That's the reality. If you look at the menu all the time, you're looking from front to back, you're looking for the prices to the other side. Please, if you're walking into a hotel, you know what you need to eat. I can go into a hotel and simply tell them, please make me a vegetable salad and please use extra virgin olive oil. Is that simple? Okay, these are guys who understand that that can actually mess them up. You can actually sue them if they bring you what you don't want. So they know. But if you know, the only issue comes in when you go into a hotel, you order what you want and it's not there, and then now you decide, let me just eat because I'm here anyway. Let me just eat what they will serve me. And now you can imagine, Kekeli, you trying to preach this information to people, and then you're sitting in a hotel and you're ordering just what is in the menu, and then the person who serves you is the person that you've been preaching the gospel to. He looks at you and is like, who is this? Be very cautious, okay?